This is the most damaging thing to Christianity. The statement saying it's relationship, not religion. Okay, I get it. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is still quite dangerous. Not gonna lie though, when I first heard it, I thought it was such a banger of a line, right? Jesus came down to die for our sins so that we can have a relationship with God. And he also condemned the Pharisees for being religious, right? So he obviously had a problem with religion. But when I actually read what he said and did, that actually wasn't the case. He actually practiced religion. As a Jew, he went and worshiped at a synagogue, he observed the feasts, and he taught as a rabbi. And when he condemned the Pharisees, it was the hypocrisy, legalism, and performative religiosity that he called out, not religion itself. So yes, when Jesus died for our sins on the cross, he did that to restore us into right relationship with God, but that does not remove the call to religion. I can understand the intent behind a statement like this. In fact, if I were to be charitable, I might even say it was well-intentioned, but it has led to some questionable and outright unbiblical practices. People have neglected the gathering of believers, and in that neglect, they have also abandoned discipleship. This runs contrary to the model that Jesus himself set. Every single one of his disciples were invited into relationship through the door of discipleship. Not a single one of them had a relationship with Jesus independent of discipleship and fellowship with other disciples. Yes, they had their own time with Jesus, but that was not the only context for their relationship. In fact, if you look at the record, majority of their time was spent with their fellow disciples. Now, this video isn't to shame anyone, but instead I hope it serves as a redirection. If that statement, relationship not religion, has led you to practices away from the model that Jesus himself set, then I urge you to revisit how he has called you to himself in the first place. He comes to you, invites you into relationship, and says, "Follow me, be my disciple."